All right, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Should one have to go suffering every day I breathe? Happy to have you on the call. Today we have a special guest, a special leader. All right, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Sorry for the feedback. It seems things are double. Let me work it out just a little bit. Just a little bit, guys. It seems the things are a double. All right. All right. I hope now everything is normal. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to today's call. My name is Julius, and today we have a special guest, a special leader, one of our best ladies and gentlemen in the crypto market space. And he is a crypto analyst, he's a social media coach, he's a mentor to the many. He owns him and his team are led by Coach Manish, leader Rastoji, and leader Sujata run a very big academy known as Royal Q Academy from India, ladies and gentlemen. And today is going to take us through the understanding of BTC, why BTC, and also be able to trade it on a cycle. Ladies and gentlemen, join me as I welcome none other than Coach Manish. Welcome, sir, and happy to have you with us tonight.
Wow, thank you so much, Leader Julius, for such a warm welcome. And good morning, good evening, good afternoon to all the lovely people in the session and all my co-leaders from around the world that are attending this session from different parts of the world. So, welcome you all, and I want to share some good insights about what is going to happen very soon and how we can prepare for this wonderful opportunity. If we have this knowledge, we have the proper strategies to trade using our wonderful robotic application Royal Q. So, my name is Manish and I belong from India. And we have our own platform here with the guidance of crypto ambassadors. We call it Royal Q Academy. And here we provide all the necessary education and the strategies and the wonderful tips to our team to help them grow and prosper in this wonderful, amazing industry that is cryptocurrency. So today we are here to learn more about cryptocurrency, what is crypto, what is Bitcoin, what is the most important event that is going to happen very soon, and how we can prepare ourselves to get the maximum benefit of this opportunity. So let me share my screen and take you to the wonderful presentation for today. I hope you have all your pen and papers and diaries and notebooks ready to take notes and be with me, stay with me for another 1 or 1.5 hours so we can discuss some wonderful things together. So let me share my screen and let us now learn about Bitcoin. I hope I hope you can see my screen and hear me loud and clear. So, what is Bitcoin? Today, we are going to learn the most popular, the most incredible, most amazing cryptocurrency that has ever been created that we call Bitcoin. And what is a cryptocurrency? If you don't know, if you are new to crypto world, let me give you a brief introduction about cryptocurrency. Cryptocurrency is a virtual currency. Virtual means it cannot be touched or hold in hand, but you can use it over internet. just like you use your different transactions you use to transact your money digitally right now. Same way, you can use this cryptocurrency as it is designed to act as money. So this you can call an a second second form of money that can be used globally because it is a global digital currency. You can use this to make payments or buy some goods or services around the world without changing its value, without changing its name. It can be used with the same name and same quantity and same value around the world. That is why we call it a global digital currency. And what is so special about this new currency, because it is a form of payment that is outside the control of any one person, group, or entity. So this means that it is a decentralized finance, it is a decentralized money, which is not controlled or cannot be manipulated by any single person or authority. It removes the need for any third party involvement in our financial transactions. So I hope you got a clear idea about cryptocurrency. What is cryptocurrency? But the first question which comes to our mind is it secure? Is it safe? Yes, it is 100% safe and secure, even without the need of any bank or any government or any authority. It is still much more safer and secure than our uh, traditional currency, because it is built on the most innovative technology of today's world, that is called blockchain. Blockchain, what is blockchain? It is a digital database or a ledger. We call it a distributed ledger that is distributed among the nodes of a peer to peer network. So here we see that is a small it is a small explanation of this blockchain, but it is a very huge subject, very wide subject to study. You can study of what is blockchain, but in simple words, I can explain it is a distributed ledger which is maintained by all the people who come into blockchain. They may be thousands, they may be millions of people around the world. They all come and form a blockchain, and they all verify a transaction, every transaction that happens on blockchain. So that makes it very highly secure and immutable, and it cannot be altered, it cannot be manipulated. So that is why it is very secure and hack proof method of storing any information on this blockchain. So we use this blockchain to do any transaction over the internet using cryptocurrency. So the second question, the most important question that comes to our mind is, why do we need this new currency? Why do we need Bitcoin when we all have our own currency, that is a public currency that is issued by our banks and our government? Why do we need a new money, a new form of money, or why do we need Bitcoin? So does this need this need started many years back, and most of you, whichever country you are coming from, if I ask you what is the main problem that all we people are facing right now, in no matter which country you're coming from, we all face one common problem. I hope you agree. We all face one common problem, that is called inflation. Inflation means that the value of your money, your currency that is issued by the banks, is depreciating every year, and it is losing its value. If we save our income, I hope you all are earning your income in any form, by any means. Some of you may be doing a job, some of you may be doing a business, or some of you may be professionals. We all work because we want to earn money. But in order to secure our future, what we do, we save some part of our income every month in form of our money, in a form of our local currency. But what is the use to save your currency, your save your money in form of depreciating, a currency that is depreciating in value. So suppose you keep 10,000 of your money in whichever country, whichever currency you use. If you use, if you save around 10,000 of that currency in your account, or in your home, in your locker, still it is losing its value. Still it is losing its value because of inflation. So we all want to save and invest in a particular asset that is free from inflation. So this was the main cause behind the idea of Bitcoin, because some people, they were so intelligent, they found a solution to this worldwide problem that we all face, and they understood that this is caused by the endless printing of new currency by our bank. Our banks are free to print as much currency as they require, and this is causing the supply of our currency as an endless supply. So when we understand the supply of our currency is endless, it has no limit, but it is losing its value. The more the currency is printed every year, it is losing its value, that we call inflation. So there is no backing for any banks right now. They can print as much money, and they are printing from thin air. And this is depreciating your the value of your savings, your hard-earned money, which you save very in doing very hard work. That is depreciating its value. So we want a currency that is not backed by any a central authority or a bank, which is depreciating or minimizing its value. We want a currency that is free from inflation. Nobody can control it, or nobody can depreciate its value. So we found Bitcoin. Why Bitcoin is called a free from inflation currency? Because it has scarcity through design. It is designed so well that no more than 21 million Bitcoin will be ever generated. That is the total supply of Bitcoin. 21 million is the total supply of Bitcoin. So when the demand of Bitcoin, the demand of buyers of Bitcoin is increasing day by day, we see the price is going up and up, and it is not coming down. So this is the main reason behind this currency that is free from inflation. Instead of putting or investing our money into a depreciating asset that has endless supply, we must invest into a form of a very wonderful asset that is free from inflation, fixed in supply, and increasing in value every day. So this has also given us an advantage of a permissionless banking. We don't require any third party or a bank or a authority to control or validate our transaction. We use our own network, that is blockchain network, and that is free from any centralized control. So this is the main reason behind Bitcoin. But many people started taking interest how to earn from cryptocurrency. If you believe in cryptocurrency, if you are fascinated by its wonderful growth, you are all you all get interested how to earn from cryptocurrency. So there are many ways to make money from crypto. Out of them, these are the four most popular ways. The first and the most initial way, which started with the birth of Bitcoin, that was through mining. Mining Bitcoin means when you validate and verify the transaction over the blockchain, and you solve some complex mathematical puzzles, you earn a mining reward. In this way, you are generating new coins over the blockchain, and you get a mining reward that is given to you in form of that particular currency, that is particular crypto. So this was the first activity which started from the birth of Bitcoin in the year 2009. Many people till date, they are mining Bitcoin. Mining is a very complex procedure. It requires a lot of investment, a lot of hard work, and a lot of energy. then you can generate new currencies, and you mine new currency, and this is giving you the mining reward that is called block reward. The second activity, people started to hold Bitcoin or different cryptocurrencies for a longer period of time, expecting an increase in the value or prices in the future. So this is just like you invest in property or real estate. You invest in some asset that has a potential to grow in the future. Same way, you buy and hold crypto or Bitcoin for a longer period of time, and you get an increase and growth in the value of that currency. So this was the second activity by which you can earn from cryptocurrency. Third activity, people also started to use these exchanges as banks, just like you put your money in fixed deposit and get a fixed interest if you lock it for a certain period of time. Same way, you can put your crypto assets in staking, and you can get a fixed return every fixed period of time. This was the third activity. But out of these activities, the most popular and the most profitable way to make money from crypto is called trading. Trading means when you buy any currency at a lower price and you sell it after a small period of time for a higher price, and you earn a trading profit. Anything that you buy low and sell high is you are doing a trading business. And this is the most loved and most popular way to make money from crypto. But this requires some knowledge and understanding of the strategies and market research, so that you don't make mistakes. And for this wonderful way of trading, we are using Royal Q is an automated crypto trading robotic application that uses artificial intelligence to trade for us in our exchanges. So we don't have to trade manually. We can use this automated system to trade for us, and we can get the advantage of robotic trading. Like we don't have to sit all day in front of the market and do the analysis. This is done by automated artificial intelligence technology, which has the power to analyze the market and give us the best profit. And it is so hardworking that it is working 24 by 7 for us. So in this way, we can make money even while we sleep. We don't have to work 24 by 7, but this is an intelligent robot that is working for us 24 by 7 and giving us profits every day, and preventing us from making mistakes and going into losses. So this we use in crypto trading. But the most important thing about Bitcoin that we must all understand is a very important event that occurs in almost every 4 years. So this is so wonderful event that all the people who come into crypto, they all wait for this event to happen. And this happens after every 4 years, and it is called Bitcoin halving. Halving means an event when the reward for mining Bitcoin transaction is cut to half. So remember, I told you that when you mine Bitcoin, you get a reward that is given to you when you generate new currencies by mining, and this is the mining reward. So this is so well designed by the launchers of by the creators of Bitcoin, that after a certain period of time, the mining reward that you earn will be cut to half. This is intended so that we can control the total supply of Bitcoin. Let me explain a little deeper to you. These are the halvings which are proposed in the future, and some of them are already we have witnessed. So if you look closely, these are all the halving years that we will witness in the future. And till today, we have seen just three Bitcoin halvings. First halving, which happened in 2012, that reduced the block reward from 50 Bitcoin, that was the initial block reward, for mining Bitcoin, it was cut to half and was reduced to 25 Bitcoin. That means it was halved. That is why this event is called halving. Again, after 4 years, after 2012, the second halving happened in 2016, and this reduced the halving reward, the mining reward, to 12.5, which was the last reward. But this again was halved after again another 4 years, and the last halving which we witnessed in 2020. 2020 was the third halving event, and this reduced the block reward to another half of 12.5, that is 6.25. And this is going to continue till another 100 or more than 100 years, till this reward for Bitcoin, which is right now 6.25, is reduced to zero. But what is the most important event that we can take advantage of is the fourth halving, which is coming very soon. As you can see, the last halving, which happened in 2020, will again be repeated after 4 years, that is 2024. And we are already entered into 2024. So, this is the year of halving, which comes after every 4 years. So, a lot of people, many millions of people were waiting since the last 4 years for this halving. And this is going to reduce the mining reward from 6.25 to 3.125. So this is going to continue till all the Bitcoin have been mined, and this is the total quantity of Bitcoin that is going to be generated ever. So why people wait for this event very, very excited, very excited? Why people are excited about this event? That you can understand when you understand what happens before and after this halving event, how it affects on the prices of Bitcoin, and not only Bitcoin but all other market in the coins in the market. It has a power to influence all the market of cryptocurrency. So these are the upcoming halvings which we will witness most probably in our lives. The first halving we will see in 2024, and then 2028, 32, 36, and 40, and so on. So these are the halvings that is limiting the total supply of Bitcoin, and you will be amazed to know the the supply of Bitcoin, that is 21 million. Out of that, more than 93% of the total supply has already been officially mined in the last 15 years, and only 7% is remaining. That 7% will be mined in the coming 100 years, right? So why this is so important? For this we must understand the wonderful and the most important chart of crypto industry. The most important, you will see a lot of charts every day, but this chart is the most important. All the people who invest in cryptocurrency, they study this chart to understand about Bitcoin halving and its effects. So let me try to explain some basic facts about this chart that you will now understand. Take a close look on this chart, and this is going to be very interesting. So this chart, what is this chart? This is a Bitcoin stock to flow chart. Some people call it a logarithmic chart. Some people call it a rainbow chart due to its beautiful colors. So what it indicates, what it explains, this explains the journey of Bitcoin since the first day when it was launched in 2009 till today. So we are here now, and this was the starting year of Bitcoin. So as you can see, if you take a broader look on this chart, we all see that this is an uptrend. This is an uptrend. Many times it is going up or coming down, but if you look at a larger period, in a larger time frame, you will see that Bitcoin has never gone in a downtrend. It is still moving upwards. So how it comes up and goes down, that if we understand the logic behind the uptrend and the downtrend, we can take advantage of these Bitcoin halvings. So if you look closely, we see that these are the dotted blue lines in between the chart, which are dividing this chart into four parts. And each era is named after some important event that happened in during that period of time. So these are the halving lines which you can see. These are the halving lines. And the first halving, as I just explained, what happened in 2012. So before that, that was the era of pioneers era. Pioneers mean that the people who started mining Bitcoin, and some people also started holding Bitcoin for future, buying and holding. And some in this era was the starting of trading of Bitcoin. So this era was the pioneers era, when only the people who are interested or had knowledge about about computer technology, they started taking interest and they started mining Bitcoin. And this was the starting era of Bitcoin. When it was started, if you go in history and ask your Google that what was the price of Bitcoin when it was launched, it will give you a figure which is even less than $1, around 0.01 or $0.03 was the price of Bitcoin. The initial price of Bitcoin when in the year 2009 when it was launched was even less than $1. Gradually it started going up, and you can see these are the prices in over this axis. Gradually it touched the highest point in this era. This was called the all time high price, and this was around $15. How much? Around $15 per Bitcoin. So let me make it clearer for you. This was the first all-time high which we saw in the first era, and it this was around $15. Can you see? This is $10, this is $100, and it is somewhere in between. You can so just take for an example. It was $15 per Bitcoin, the highest price in this era. And soon after Bitcoin prices touched the highest price, it started to go down, because a bear market is always followed by a bull market, and a bull market is also followed by a bear market. So when it goes up, it has to come down a little bit. It came down, but again it started to surge, because people who knew about this event which is going to happen in 4 years, that is 2012, and this was the first halving event. This halving event was so powerful that it's the prices which were going down again started to surge up into a bull run, and it touched another all-time high. And this time the highest price of Bitcoin was around $1,000. It was around $1,000 per Bitcoin. Can you imagine? A, a Bitcoin which was less than $1 when it was started had touched the highest price of $15, was now trading at $1,000 per Bitcoin. So this was a great return on investment for those people who had bought in the initial days. But this era was called speculators era. Second era was called speculators era, because in this era a lot of people were taking it as an speculation or investment. Some people wanted to try their luck, and some people knew and understood about Bitcoin. So they were very much in belief that this is going to be valued at a very high price in the future. So people started to buy, and when it touched the highest price, then people started to sell. And when a lot of people start to sell to gain their profits, a lot of selling is happening. This again enter into a bear market, and for some period, for some time, the prices were going down. But again, the second halving happened in the year 2016. Can you see? There is a 4 years gap between these lines. The second halving happened, and this drew the price of Bitcoin from going down, and it started to go up again. And this time the high it touched a highest point highest price of Bitcoin till date. It was the highest price because it was around 12 around 15,000 sorry around 12,000 around $12,000 per Bitcoin. This was the highest price in third era, which we call it a retail traders era. Why we call it retail traders era? This is so interesting because in this era, lot of small shop owners, the retailers in the market, they started putting a sign outside their shop that you can buy any product from us and you can pay in Bitcoin. We accept BTC as a payment. So this was a starting of a new era, and lot of awareness came into the market, and this grew the interest of all the new people. And they started to invest into Bitcoin. They started to buy and sell at a higher price. So this took the price from $1,000 to $12,000, which was the highest price till date. Again, market started to go down, but again, after 4 years, the third halving came, and which we all witnessed in the year 2020. 2020 was the year of third halving, the last halving which happened till date. This took the price so high that the highest price in this era was recorded at $69,000 per Bitcoin. Can you imagine? Can you believe? A $1 or less than $1 Bitcoin was now $69,000 per Bitcoin. So this was the till date highest price of Bitcoin, and this happened in November 2021. November 2021 was the year we saw the all-time high. And this happens usually, now we can understand this happens after even around 1 year of the Bitcoin halving. After 1 year of Bitcoin halving, the Bitcoin touches a new all-time high, and then it enters into a bear market. What goes up has to come down, but it cannot go down much, because after another 4 years, this is the fourth halving, which all of us are waiting, very excited, because this is the year of next halving. So what is going to happen is, you can take an idea from the history of Bitcoin from this chart. What is coming next, you can understand a little bit about what is going to happen in this 2024 halving. So we all understood by now. Let me now give you some highlights of this chart. What are the important lessons that we learn about this chart? We all see that the chart or the eras of Bitcoin are divided by these four halving events, and they are so powerful. They have the potential and power to change the course of the market, which was going down, and now this halving has the power to take the prices to a even higher level than before. This can change the trend of the market, and it has always been happening. The second thing that we understand about this chart is that or how low the market goes, it always creates a new all-time high every time we see the halving happen, right? So after every halving, what is common in all these halvings? After every halving, after around 1 year of the halving, after 1 year around the halving, we see that Bitcoin touches and forms and creates a new all-time high. This is not going down. This is not going down, and every halving creates a new all-time high, which is higher and higher than all the previous records. So Bitcoin is breaking its own record. From $15, the highest price in first era, to $1,000. From $1,000, it touched $12,000. And from $12,000, it has now touched to $69,000. So what is coming in future? Now you must have an idea. The next halving is going to take the Bitcoin price to another new all-time high, and this time it will be higher than all the previous highs. If you can imagine now, if you can understand it, it must be higher than $69,000. because this has been happening in every after every halving. After every halving, we see a new all-time high. So this we can understand that the next halving will push the price of Bitcoin to a new all-time high, and this means it must be higher than 69,000. Maybe it can go to 100,000. Some people say it can go to $1 million per Bitcoin. Some people even say it can go to $5 million per Bitcoin. But the least expected, the minimum price that all the people around the world, all the big experts, they all agree it cannot go less than $100,000. $100,000 is the minimum least expected price of the next Bitcoin halving new all time high. So even if you believe the minimum price that is $100,000, what is the price of Bitcoin right now? It is ranging around $40,000 right now. It is trading in around $40,000 right now. And we all know that minimum price after this halving, which is not very far away. It is just around 3 months from now in April 2024. We are now talking in the last part of January 2024. And in another 90 days, you will see that the Bitcoin has touched the new halving event, and it can go up till 1 million, or you can say $100,000 per Bitcoin. The Bitcoin which you buy today at a cheaper price of $40,000 can give you a so high return of $100,000. So is it interesting? Is it a good form of investment? Is it a high return? Isn't it the best return on investment? Let me give you how an idea how much people have earned in Bitcoin. If you if you just consider that you bought a Bitcoin when it was started at $1 per Bitcoin, and if you just take the price for today, that is $40,000, it is still an incredible return on investment. Do you know how much this was? This was 6 million% in returns. If you had invested 15 years back just $1 into Bitcoin, that will have given you 6 million% in growth. So this was the growth, but most of us missed this opportunity, even in the first era, even in the second era, even in the third era. Very few people who had invested or bought Bitcoin in the initial days, they still hold the Bitcoin. But it is not about you have missed. It is about what you can take advantage of today. Even if you start today, you are not so late. You are still early. Because let me give you another idea about this halving. This halving gives us a wonderful opportunity 1 year before the halving. We see that 1 year before the halving, Bitcoin is always at the bottom price. 1 year before the halving, it gives us an opportunity to buy Bitcoin when it is at the lowest price. So what is the way to trade any cryptocurrency? If you want to take a maximum profit, you buy that crypto at the lowest price and you sell when it is at the highest price. So the people who bought Bitcoin at the lowest price and they sold at the top, at the highest price after 1 year after the halving, they earned the biggest or the maximum return on investment. They earned the maximum trading profits. So this opportunity comes before and after every halving. And this is going to continue for another 100 years. Even if you missed before, even if you missed these three halvings before, now you have the knowledge. You can not afford to miss this the fourth time. Even if you missed 3 times before, when Bitcoin was at the lowest price 1 year before the halving and at the highest price 1 year after the halving, You cannot miss this time, because still we are early. Still Bitcoin is at a very low price of $40,000, because it has come down from $69,000 to this price, that is $40,000. It has actually came down from 69 to $15,000, but it has already started and reached the middle of the journey. It is around the middle of the journey from $15,000 when we saw it at in 2022 in the bear market. We see that it has already started an uptrend, and it has reached the halfway, and it has a long journey to go, and it is all prepared to go at a much higher price this time. What has happened in during this 4 years, or particularly in this 2023, which was the most important year? What has happened is going to be incredible, because this time the bull run is going to be massive. Even a massive bull run is going to start very soon, after another few months, because this halving is going to be happening in April 2024. So this is the next halving, which is expected around April 16, 2024. Just 90 days are remaining. This is an old slide, but you can now calculate how many days are remaining. So what is coming in another 90 days, or what is going to happen in 2024 and 2025? Let me give you another idea and understanding about this 4 year cycle of Bitcoin. Why we call it a 4 year cycle? 4 year cycle, because now you understand this is a 4 year cycle of Bitcoin halving, because Bitcoin halving happens in every 4 years. So out of these 4 years, if you look in the history of Bitcoin, it has already given you a clear trend. It is following a clear trend. Even if you understand it or not, even if you believe it or not, this has been happening, and this is going to happen for in the future also. Even if you understand it or not, this is going to happen. What has been happening out of these 4 years? We see that we have 3 years of up market, and that are followed by 1 year of down market. 3 years of up market is followed by 1 year of down market. Or you can say it in another way: 1 year of down market is followed by 3 years of up market. This has been happening from the 2011 till 2013. We saw 3 years of up market, and then 1 year of down market. 2014 was the 1 year of down market. Again, from 2015, market started to go up. Why? Because if you understood, if you remember, these are the middle year. The middle year is the halving year, from 2012 to 2016. This is the halving year. But due to this halving, we see that after 1 year of down market, we see 3 years of up market. Again, Bitcoin goes down 1 year into down market, that we saw in 2018. 2018 was 1 year of down market. Again, we saw 3 years of up market, 2019 to 2021. And this was the year, 2020 was the year of halving, the last third halving. And 2021 was the year when Bitcoin touched the all-time high of $69,000. So what we saw after 2021, we saw 1 year of down market again. This has been repeating. After every 3 years, we saw 1 year of down market. But now we understand this trend, this 4 year cycle, and now we can clearly see what is going to happen in 2024 and 2025. 2025. Can you now understand what is going to happen in 2024 and 2025? These 3 years will be of uptrend. Out of that, if you had already missed the first year of uptrend, you don't want to miss these 2 years of uptrend, which should be the most important years of your life. If you miss this opportunity, you will have to wait for another 1 year of down market. Then after that, 3 years will be of up market. So don't miss this opportunity. If even if you miss this three times before, don't miss this time, because this halving is something special. This bull run is going to be very special this time, because some things are happened, some new updates have happened which has never happened in the last 15 years. Some new things have happened this time which have never happened in the last 15 years of history of Bitcoin, that you will understand in the coming slides what is the so special about this event in this year, right? So when is the best time to buy Bitcoin? When all these four factors are in our favor. That is the best time to buy Bitcoin. And luckily, this time, all these four factors are in our favor. We see that still the adoption is very low, as around even less than 5% of the world's population is only invested in Bitcoin or cryptocurrency. 95% of the world's population is still to come to Bitcoin. So the adoption is very low still. When the price is low, do you see the price? It is low still. It is low as $40,000, which has come down from $69,000. So you have still a good opportunity if you start today, even from today. When the major updates are happening, and I'm going to tell you about what major updates are happening, and the best time to buy Bitcoin is before each Bitcoin halvings. So we are already late by 1 year, but still, if you want to start now, we have still 90 days remaining for the next Bitcoin halving. You cannot afford to miss this once in a lifetime opportunity, because we all missed this many times before. Why I'm saying this? Because if you understand, and if you had invested $10,000 12 years ago, just let me compare it with the best performing companies of the world. Best performing companies, the most profitable companies. These are the big brands around the world that have shown an incredible growth every year. So if you had invested $10,000 12 years ago in Apple, which is the number one mobile company in the world, your $10,000 in the last 12 years would have become $109,000, around $1 million in these 12 years. But the same $10,000 would have become $112,000 if you had invested in Netflix, which is almost the number one uh, online movies and entertainment platform. If you had invested $10,000 12 years ago in Nvidia, your $10,000 would have become $286,000. This is very good. This is wonderful. But still, look closely. If you had invested that $10,000 in Tesla, which is the richest company in the world right now, his owner is Elon Musk, who's the richest man on earth today. Your $10,000 would have given you $720,000 in these 12 years. But the same $10,000, if you had invested in Bitcoin 12 years ago, and this $10,000 would have been now converted into $653 million in value. $10,000, just if you had waited for 12 years, would have given you $653 million. Isn't it amazing? Isn't it beyond comparison? No other company, no other asset, no other any financial option has given you this return in the history of last 10 or 15 years. So that is why Bitcoin is still called the best performing asset of the last decade. No other asset, no other company, no other any option had given you this form of return on investment. And this is only possible in Bitcoin. So now you know about all the facts and figures. You all must be excited to know what is coming in future and how to take the advantage. Let me give you another good news. You don't have to buy one full Bitcoin. Even if you have a small capital, you can still invest in Bitcoin. You don't have to worry about the prices of Bitcoin, which is 40,000 right now. You still can buy with a small amount. Even you can buy $10 of Bitcoin, even you can buy $100 or $50 of Bitcoin, because a Bitcoin can be divided into 100 million small pieces. 100 million pieces together they form one Bitcoin. And this is the smallest unit of Bitcoin, that is called Satoshi. So if you want to buy even one Satoshi, that is possible. This is the value of Satoshi. And if you have 100 million Satoshi, that will give you one Bitcoin. So this Bitcoin is so affordable for every one of us, because even if you have a small capital, you can still invest into Bitcoin and get the advantage of this wonderful opportunity, because many people are still to come into crypto industry. Still around 4.5% of the world population is invested in crypto. You have this opportunity. You can start at a very early stage. You can also invite all the people you know around the world to come and join you and start getting this knowledge from our team and start earning from Royal Q as a as your guide. So what most experts around the world, they are talking about this Bitcoin halving and about the price of Bitcoin, which is going to be very incredible after this halving. Let me give you a few statements from the most experts around the world. According to Coinbase CEO, he's Brian Armstrong. He says that crypto users are going to reach 2 to 3 billion in the next 10 years. Imagine what will happen when 2 to 3 billion people, they all want to buy Bitcoin. Even if 2 billion people, they all want to buy one Bitcoin, it is not possible. Remember, the total supply of Bitcoin is 21 million. So even if 2 billion, around the world population, 2 billion people want to buy one Bitcoin, they can have only a fraction of Bitcoin. They cannot afford to buy one full Bitcoin, because the total supply is 21 million. So do you understand what is the effect of demand and supply? When demand increases and supply is fixed, the price is going to go very high. So this is why it has been growing in the last 15 years. According to a big expert and almost the biggest investor in Bitcoin, he is Michael Saylor, the CEO of MicroStrategy. He says that Bitcoin industries will grow 100 times in the next decade with mainstream institutional adoption. This is what is happening right now. You must all be aware of this news. What are the big institutions that are adopting Bitcoin, that are coming to Bitcoin? Let me give you an example. What happened before halving and after halving? What happened before halving and after halving? What was the prices? What was the effect of prices? Just see, and these are the actual facts and figures. In first halving, which happened in 2012, at the time of halving, Bitcoin price was $182. At the price at the time of halving, even in 2012, before the halving, the price was $182 per Bitcoin. But after 1 year, it has gone up to $510 per Bitcoin. Before the second halving, 2016 was the year of second halving. The price was around $661 per Bitcoin. But just 1 year after, this price was $2,600. $2,600. Before 2020, the last halving, the price was as low as $8,600. Remember, this was the last halving, 2020 halving. Before that halving happened, right now we are in the same period. When we are just 3 months before the halving, the price in 2020 halving was $8,600, but 1 year after it has gone up to 58,000. And I just told you that it in November 2021 it has touched $69,000. So this is the power of Bitcoin halving. And what is the time? What is the price at the current price before this halving? We are just 90 days before the 2024 halving, and this price is around $40,000. So can you imagine, or can you compare about what will happen in another 1 year? In another 1 year, this price can go as high as 100,000 to around $1 million per Bitcoin. And why I'm saying I'm so confident about this bull run? Because this time many big investors, many big institutions have already entered into Bitcoin. That has never happened in the last 15 years. The most powerful and the most biggest investor among them is called BlackRock. BlackRock is the world's largest asset management firm. It is around $10 trillion a firm that has already applied for Bitcoin ETF, and that ETF already has approved. Not only Bitcoin, not only BlackRock, almost 11 or 12 big investors, big asset management firms have all applied for ETFs, and they all have got the green signal from the SEC, and they have now started trading their funds on Bitcoin spot ETF. What is ETF? ETF stands for Exchange Traded Funds. So just like people used to invest in stock market before using ETFs, they can now invest in Bitcoin without even owning a Bitcoin. They can just use that ETF to invest into Bitcoin shares. Just like you used to invest in share market through ETF, now you have this opportunity to invest into Bitcoin spot ETFs. Following BlackRock, Fidelity, who is the second largest firm in the world, they have already applied and approved the ETF. And many of them, like Invesco, Valkyrie, even Franklin Templeton, these are all $1 trillion industries, $1 trillion management firms. If you just combine the total turnover of these four big asset management firms, there are around 1 dozen of them. There are actually 1 dozen of them. But if you just combine four companies and combine the turnover of these four companies, you will get that these are around $27 trillion industries. Their total turnover is 27 trillion. And out of that 27 trillion, if they only want to invest 4%, just imagine, I'm just giving you an idea. 27 trillion is the total turnover of these four. There are dozen, but only these four is equal to $27 trillion. And do you know the size of Bitcoin today is around 800 billion? It used to be 580 at the time of this slide, but today it is more than 800 billion. Still, we have $27 trillion coming to buy Bitcoin. We have $27 trillion coming to buy Bitcoin through these spot ETF. And just imagine if these four companies just decide that they want to invest just 4% of their turnover, their money into Bitcoin, they have the power to buy each and every single Bitcoin available on this earth. They can buy every Bitcoin. They have so power. So 27 trillion is coming to Bitcoin. It has already started, and all the ETFs have been approved. and they have already started investing their funds into Bitcoin. So this can take the price to a much higher level, not which hasn't happened in any halving before. So this is just a matter of time. They are just starting to allocate their funds, and you cannot wait further because this is going to be happening even before halving. Even before this halving happens, this can happen to Bitcoin. It can go to moon because all the people around the world, they have big statements and big predictions about Bitcoin prices after this halving. According to $9 trillion BlackRock CEO, he predicts that cryptocurrencies will surpass traditional currencies worldwide. He says that Bitcoin is the next most powerful currency in the world. According to a statement by Fundstrat, Bitcoin can pass $200,000 price. What is the price today? It is 40,000. They say that it can pass $200,000 as institutions like BlackRock are moving in. According to a statement by Standard Chartered Bank, one of the most prestigious bank in the world, they predict the price of Bitcoin by this year 2024. They predict that it can touch $120,000. Remember, this is the minimum price that the most experts, all of them agree to. $120,000 is the minimum price in this year. What happens after 1 year of halving, you can not even imagine. Bitcoin can hit 10 trillion market cap, says investor Dan Tapiero. He's VC Tim Draper, a billionaire in Bitcoin, a $1 billion investor in Bitcoin. He says that $250,000 per Bitcoin is the price of next year. 2025 will see Bitcoin at $250,000. According to Robert Kiyosaki, he is the world's most popular author of financial books. He wrote the bestseller book Rich Dad Poor Dad, who is till date the most best-selling book of financial industry. He says that US dollar is going to die because Bitcoin is going to touch $120,000 in next year. He was talking this previous year, that means in 2024. He also says what can be the price of Bitcoin in 2025. Next year, it is going to touch $500,000. So if you believe any one of them, there are many more experts. I can give you many examples. He's the Blockstream CEO, Adam Black, one of the most popular investor and most famous expert in Bitcoin. Adam Black, he says that Bitcoin might reach $10 million in next 9 years. $10 million. She's Kathy Woods, the CEO of ARK Investors. She has already filed for Bitcoin ETF and through ARK Investors, and that also have been approved. She believes that Bitcoin can touch $1.4 million in the coming few years, that is 2030. Even if the bearish case, she also says that even if the market comes down, it cannot go below $258,000. That is the bearish case of Bitcoin. So all these people, they all have similar belief, and with the power and potential of this Bitcoin halving, they have already prepared their millions and billions of dollars. They have already invested millions of their dollars in Bitcoin. They have already prepared themselves for the next Bitcoin halving. Now the question is, are you prepared or not? Now the most important question for you is, are you prepared or not? Have you still started accumulating Bitcoin or not? So these are the important events that we will all see in this year 2024. The Bitcoin ETF has already been approved, and April is the month of Bitcoin halving in just three months from now. And after that, June is the month of Ethereum spot ETF to be approved. and September is the month of United States elections. So the fun fact is Bitcoin is growing faster than every bank and every financial company in the history of Earth. It has the most incredible growth that has been given to the investors in Bitcoin. The question remains the same: are you prepared or not? If you're not prepared, if you don't want to miss this opportunity, if you don't want to miss this opportunity, you cannot afford to miss it. You cannot afford to miss this because this is going to be massive. And who is now excited to learn what should be our best strategy for 2024? We have now understood what is coming in 2024 and 2025. These are the two best years of your life, the most profitable years of your life. And this is the golden opportunity in front of you. But if you don't have a strategy, if you don't have a plan to take the maximum out of this opportunity, you will still miss this. You will still fail to take any benefit from it. Are you excited about 2024 halving? And do you want to learn about the best strategy we can use using our Royal Q to take the maximum benefit of this bull run? Who is excited? Just type excited in the yes in the chat, and I will take you to the next part of today's session, and I will give you the most important strategy you can use to trade in Bitcoin for the next 1 or 2 years. Who's excited? Just type excited. Who's excited? Yes, I can see all of you are excited. I can see all of you are excited, but some of you are still not excited. I can see some of you, they are still not excited. If you don't get excited, you will never take the benefit. If you want to take the full benefit, you have to become excited, because that is the first thing you must start from today. You must be excited to learn and to earn from this event. If you want to learn, I have already given you the most important information of your Bitcoin. But if you want to learn more, you have to be excited. Yes, I can see now all of you are excited. Superb, wonderful, lovely. So now let me take you to the next part. That is the most important part. That is the technical part of today's session. Now we know what is coming in the future. Not a future, but it is already started in our present. Now we know what is the biggest opportunity of the lifetime. And now we all have Royal Q. That is the most incredible, most wonderful tool we can use to start and execute our trades in this bull run strategy. Even if you don't have this Royal Q, don't wait any minute now. Start today. Even if you don't have Royal Q, just start today. Contact the person who has invited you for attending this class. As soon as this class is over, I will just take another 20 minutes. As soon as this class is over, the first thing you need to do today itself is start your Royal Q. Activate your Royal Q, because that is the most important tool to help you earn the profits on auto mode from this bull run 2024. So if you don't still have Bitcoin, and if you don't have any tool that is Royal Q, activate your Royal Q right now. Activate your Royal Q right now. Consult the person who has invited you in today's session. If you don't have Royal Q, ask him, I want to activate my Royal Q from today. because this is going to be the basic requirement. And this is going to be wonderful and super, super exciting. Now, let me take you to Royal Q now. Let me share my screen and let me take you to my Royal Q. This is our Royal Q. This is our Royal Q, the most wonderful robot that can help us take the maximum advantage of this crypto bull run. So now today we have this Royal Q. If you have Royal Q, you can see the Bitcoin price is just close to $40,000. It is giving you another opportunity by going into a deeper price. If it is it is giving you this opportunity to buy Bitcoin even less than 40,000. Because previous Wednesday, the last session that I did, that time the price was around $43,000. Now it has already dipped, maybe for you only, maybe for you people who had not started. So we all see that Bitcoin is around $40,000 right now. And now, after the first session of the first part of today's session, we all know the minimum price of Bitcoin cannot be less than $100,000 per Bitcoin. Do you agree about this statement? Do you agree about this statement? In just a matter of 1 year from now, Bitcoin is going to touch $100,000 price. That is a minimum. That is the mean least expected price. It can go even much higher. But we all agree that $40,000 of Bitcoin price can touch $100,000 of Bitcoin. So how we can take advantage of this bull run? How we can take advantage? And we don't want to sit all day and all night to trade in Bitcoin. We want to automate our trading using artificial intelligence. You just need to understand and give the best strategy to this robot. What should be your strategy for this bull run? We want to enter at this price right now, and we want to exit at this price. So there can be two ways. Number one way, there can be two ways to take the advantage of this opportunity. Number one, you can buy here. You can buy here when price is as low as 40,000, and you can decide to sell here whenever the price reaches 100,000. Maybe it reaches in 6 months, maybe it reaches in 12 months. So you buy here and sell here. That can be your one strategy. The first option, buy and hold. Buy and hold till this reaches this level. Our target is 100,000. But the second way to trade is even more profitable. What we can do, we can divide our trades into small profits every day. We can divide it into smaller profits, and we can keep on buying and selling, buying and selling, buying and selling at a smaller profits, and keep this on cycle mode till it reaches our goal of $100,000. We can keep this trade on fully auto mode, that will be in cycle mode, and it will keep on buying and selling multiple times every day. Even it can buy and sell for you thousands of times in each day, in each day, and also each night, because it works 24/7. So this is the most wonderful strategy. You can put your strategy into cycle mode and keep this trade running for another 1 year, at least till the time we see Bitcoin price touches the $100,000 mark. So how this strategy can be designed? Let me take you to the strategy now. I will go to my strategy settings, and this is the wonderful strategy. Just you can note it down or take a screenshot and write it down, or you can do the best thing you can do and save it in your Royal Q. You can create your own strategy in Royal Q and save it for another 1 or 2 years. So this is a simple strategy. It is so simple you can easily understand and you can easily teach to your team if they have not attended the today's session. So this is called Bitcoin cycle strategy. How it works. The first buy amount I have just taken for an example, that is minimum you can start with $15. 15 USDT can be your minimum first in buy in amount, but that we can increase if we have a larger capital. Okay. So to start with, we can start with $15 as a minimum first buy. Open position double should be closed, but AI margin calls will be opened. Open your AI margin call. This will give you the advantage of artificial intelligence. Now, the margin call limit should be 7. Margin call should be minimum 7. You can increase it, but minimum should be 7 margin calls. So, minimum take profit ratio should be 1.3%. Or if you want a bigger profit, you can take at least 2% to 3%, but don't go above 3%. Because our focus is not to take this profit in one shot for one time. We want to take it multiple times in cycle mode. So you can keep it a smaller profit, but it will keep on repeating for one full year. So 1.3 is the minimum profit percentage, and the callback should be accordingly. You can keep it 0.3 or you can also keep it to 0.1%. Okay. So I think this thing is clear. This thing till here is clear. Now buy in callback is also 0.1%. And you can see distributed take profit allocation. The sub position take profit callback is also 0.3, or you can put it 0.1 here. The most important thing is our strategy period, which should be cycle. Initially, when you are trading in on our signals that we send, you keep it on one shot. We use one shot here, but now we are trading on cycle mode. This is only and only for Bitcoin. I'm not talking about any other coin. I can this strategy we can use for Bitcoin uptrend. Okay. Still, you can use it for 2 or 3 coins. So this should be your cycle mode. And the last part of this, the first position drop. This is the last line. Remember to keep it 0.5%, or maximum you can keep 1%, either 0.5 or 1%. Okay. So what is this first position drop? If you don't understand, because we are trading on cycle mode, what we want to do, whenever it takes our profit of 1.3%, it buys here and sells here. So since it is on cycle mode, it will automatically sell and buy at the same price whenever it sells all our Bitcoin into profit. So it will buy at the same price. So in order to take the advantage of dip, what we have done now, we have chosen to keep the first position drop. This will act like just like your preset price. This will just act like your preset price. Whenever it sells all the margin calls and get out of the trade, it will not buy at the same higher price. It will wait for 0.5% drop and then it will buy. So this will give you an advantage, that is an added advantage, right? So how many coins can you use to trade on this strategy? I am just giving you an idea. And after that, I will go to margin configuration, and then we can learn how to allocate our capital. So for a person who wants to trade on one coin, the minimum capital required can be as low as $120. This is the least amount of USDT you can use to trade on Bitcoin on cycle mode. How $120, that I will explain in the later part. But minimum $120 to as much as you want, that can be your trading capital. Suppose a person says, want to trade with $1,000. Suppose a person says, I'm just giving you an example. You can use 500, you can use 600, you can use 700, you can use 2,000, you can use 5,000, even more. So whatever is your trading capital, what is our advice for you to trade on this uptrend strategy, on cycle strategy? Suppose a person wants to start and invest in $1,000 in this strategy. What is the best way to trade? Just divide this into three parts. The first thing you have to do, divide it into three parts, three equal parts. How you can divide it by three? That will give you approximately 333 dollars per coin. Whatever is your capital. Suppose you say I have a $900 capital, you can divide equally into three parts of $300 each. $300 each is your three capital, three different parts. So why I divided into three parts? Because we don't want you to trade all your capital into one coin. This is called risk management. This is called risk management. You all want to try into three different coins to trade on this strategy. But remember, we want to choose the best coins that are the best blue chip coins in the market, and they are the most expected to reach a new all-time high. So what can be the three different coins? Of course, obviously, the best coin is Bitcoin. So first coin can be BTC. The second coin you can choose as Ethereum. On the same strategy, you can use the same strategy for trading Ethereum also. This is the first one. This is the second one. And the third can be of your choice. I don't want to give you all the three. First can be it should be Bitcoin. Don't trade any other coin if you're not trading on Bitcoin. This should be your first priority. The second option, you can choose Ethereum. And third is according to your choice. Either you can choose Solana, which is also very good coin. Either you can choose XRP. Someone may choose Matic. Someone may choose BNB. Someone may choose LTC. Someone may choose any other coin. So third is according to your choice, but Bitcoin and Ethereum are the most preferred coin using this strategy. So what you have done now, how do you manage your capital? Suppose you have $1,000 of capital, divide it into three equal parts by just dividing into three. And then whatever the capital is for one coin, suppose this comes to $300, again divided by 8. Again divided by 8. Whatever is the result that you put in your first buy amount. Remember, that is your first buy amount. Let me do it for you. Let me do it for you. How it is done? Let me explain by taking a little example. Suppose I have $900. I'm just taking a round figure. It can be 800, it can be 1800, it can be 2000, it can be 3000. Suppose I want to trade $900. That is the total capital which I want to use in this cycle strategy. Remember, you must keep your capital, some part of your capital for signals also, and for different other coins also. So this is the capital I want to use for cycle trade, not for one shot trade, not for signals. First thing I want to do is divide it by 3. The total capital divided by 3 is equal to 300. So this is my one coin capital. So I can choose Bitcoin, or I can choose Ethereum, or I can choose any other coin. So this is my capital for one coin. Then what you do, divide it again by 8. When you divide it by 8, this will give you your first buy. So this is my first buy amount, 37.5. This is my first buy. So what will I do? I will come here. I will come here and put change it to 37.5. This is my first buy in amount. Okay. So this is my first buy in amount. Because why I divided by 8? Because I have given a margin call limit of 7. I hope you understand now. Since my capital for one coin is $300 and my first buy is 37.5, and I want to open 7 margin calls, so that will require me to invest at least 7 times of this plus 1, that is the first buy. So let me go back to calculator now. So if this is my first buy, and I want to buy 7 times 7 margin calls, but remember to add 1 also, because the first buy is bought before the first margin call. So actually you will be buying 8 times. So if you multiply 8 times, you will get your capital for one coin, that is 300. If someone says I want to trade on one coin with $500, I want to trade on one coin with $500, just divide 500 by 8. This can be your first buy. 62.5 is your first buy. If someone says I have $1,500, or say someone says I have $2,000, what can I do? Just divide it by 3. Initially divided by 3. So this gives you 666. 666 divided by 666 by 8. This is your first buy. How much is your first buy? You want to trade on one coin with $666 and you want to trade with 3 different coins using this capital. So your first buy should be 83.25. So that is why I told you the minimum capital you can trade on one coin cannot be less than 120. Why? Because if you are trading with $120 divided by 8, the minimum first buy that we usually keep in Royal Q is $15. Now you understand? If you have a minimum trading capital and the minimum first buy cannot be less than $15, actually you are buying 8 times of your first buy in 7 margin calls. So this can be the minimum capital, that is $120. So even if some person says I have a little capital of $120, you can still trade in Bitcoin and keep it on cycle mode, keep on trading for a long period of time. I hope you have now understood. So let's go to the next part of this. These parameters. You have now understood what should be your first buy and how much capital you are using for each coin. Now let's go to margin configuration and see how much you can buy in each margin call. So this is very simple strategy. We are using just one time of our first buy in each margin call. If you can see right side, in multiple buy-in ratio, we have just opened 7 margin calls and we are buying one time each. But what should be your margin call drop? So I suggest that the total margin call drop should be not less than 10%, because still we are experiencing the fluctuation and volatility of the prices according to the market. Sometimes it falls down by 10% or sometimes it falls down by 5%. So what is expected is not more than 10% drop in the market. Still, if you want to increase it, you can even increase to 15% or 20%. That depends on your risk appetite. But what is suggested is 10% total market drop should be covered in these 7 margin calls. If you want to cover more, you can either open more margin calls. You can open 10 margin calls or 12 margin calls. Then you have to increase your capital and then you can increase this margin call drop. So how we distribute this margin call drop? In the first 4 margin call drops, in the first 4 margin calls, I have given just 4%. That is 0.5% in the first call. then 2 calls with 1% each, and then 1.5%. So this is a 4% drop. This is a 4%. And the remaining 6% I have given in the remaining 3 calls. The fifth call should be 2% drop. Sixth call should be 2%, and seventh call again 2%. So the total comes to 10%. The total comes to 10%. And the total times I am buying here, the 7 margin calls is 7. So if you are buying 7 times and including the first buy which was bought before, you are actually buying 8 times of your first buy, which cannot be less than $15. So you can start with a small capital of 120. If you have large capital, if you have more than 120, just divide it by 8, and that should be your first buy. I hope you have understood the strategy. The next thing you must understand also, to go here, distributed take profit allocation. This is where you are trading in sub-bin mode. The sub-bin mode, which starts after the first 4 margin calls, and you can also decide to keep 1.3% in each margin calls, or you can increase it to maximum of 2%. Maximum 2% should not be crossed. 1.3 or 1.5, it is good. 1.5 is also good. Or maximum you can take 2%, because these calls will be bought after a almost 4% of market drop. So when the market has dropped 4% in the first 4 margin calls, you can still expect to come up at least 4% or 5% after the market changes the trend. So remember, keep it on cycle, and keep the first position drop of 0.5. That is going to give you a good benefit, and rest you have now saved. I hope you have saved the settings, or you can take a screenshot again. This is the first page where you will trade with 7 margin calls, and this is the second page, how the 7 margin calls should be. 0.5% to the last call, that is 2%. The multiple buy-in ratio is very simple, 1 time each. And the next thing you can do, when you want to trade on this, let me give you an example, a demo. Let me give you a demo. So suppose I want to trade on Ethereum. Because my Bitcoin price is, my Bitcoin trade is already running. So suppose I want to trade on Ethereum. Let me give you a demo how to start this trade and how to give all the parameters. Suppose I want to trade on Ethereum. Click on Ethereum, then click on create. Then you have these 2 options, Martingale Strategy Bot and Grid Bot. Select the first one, that is Martingale Strategy Bot, and again hit on create. Then you get this page of 2 different next buttons. Click on the bottom next button, the second next button in the bottom, and you will get on this page of Ethereum USDT. Okay. So now first thing you want to do is to give the trade settings. Where do you give the trade settings? Come here and click on this trade setting, and this will bring you to this page, that is Smart Create. This is Smart Create default option, but you have to shift to manually create. Click on manually create, and if you have saved the settings in my template, click on this choose a strategy button. Click on choose a strategy, and where you have saved the BTC cycle settings, this is the cycle settings. Click on this settings, and it will be applied. So all the settings have now been applied, but except the first buy-in amount, which you have to calculate according to the calculation. Suppose you want to trade $800 in this trade, divided in cycle trade, divided by 3. Suppose you want to trade $900, divided into 3 parts, and 1 part is $300 each. So your trading capital for this coin should be $300, divided by 8 again, and this will give you the first buy in amount. How much is it? I would divide it here. $900 divided by 3, that will give me 3 different coins of $300 each. Again divided by 8, that is 37.5. This is my first buy. So I will change it from $20 to 37.5. So this is my first buy. Rest the settings I have already applied, and I can go and check on margin configuration. All the figures are now up to date, and first position drop is okay. Cycle strategy is okay. Just save it, save and confirm. And now you come back to this page. Now, one more thing that is very important before I close, before I start the trade, the next thing you want to do is you have to change the strategy mode. Come to this page. When you come on the first time, you will see it like this. The first time you will see like this whole warehouse mode. What you have to change it before you click on the start button, change this from whole warehouse mode to sub-bin mode real-time settlement. This is the last setting that you have to keep. The strategy mode should be always sub-bin mode real-time settlement. You can also choose to click on sub-bin mode. You can also keep this at sub-bin mode also. What this will make a difference? This will still keep on trading and give you and generating profit for you, but the profit will be reinvested into the same trade. It will not give the profit for withdrawal. It will not show the profit in revenue details, but the profit will always be invested into the same trade, and that will be used to maintain the dollar cost averaging. So if someone wants to withdraw the profit every time or every day or every week, you can choose to click on sub-bin mode real time. So this will give you the freedom to withdraw your profit, or even you can use the profit for any other trades. But if you are patient and if you don't want to withdraw for your profit for another 1 year, or if you want to compound the capital into the same trade, you can use this sub-bin mode. This will help you to compound your profit and invest in the same capital again and again. So these are the two options. According to your choice, you can keep it on sub-bin mode real time or sub-bin mode. Then is the last thing you need to do. After you have changed the strategy mode, click on this start button and the coin will start trading. So this will keep on trading endlessly and without ever ending the trade, because it will keep on buying and selling on cycle mode. It will keep on running for another a large period of time, maybe for 1 year, or maybe you decide to trade it for full 2 years. Whenever you want to change and you want to get out of this trade, whenever you want to close the trade, come here and click on this one shot button. Not for today, but whenever you see that Bitcoin price or Ethereum price has reached the new all-time high, then you want to close the trade and sell all the Ethereum or all the Bitcoin, click on one shot, and this will sell that all the asset once it reaches the take profit price, and then it will not buy again. So this is when you want to end the trade. This is the button you will use when you want to get out of the trade. So I hope you have now understood all the settings and parameters. If still you have any confusion, you are free to ask your questions now if you want to know anything more. So till now, I have all given you a clear strategy and a clear understanding about Bitcoin halving, and what is the biggest opportunity that is coming very soon. Don't miss this opportunity. If you are excited, if you are serious for your life, for your family, start this trade right now. Keep accumulating Bitcoin. Keep it on cycle mode. You will get your profit every day. And you will soon see that Bitcoin touches a new all-time high. Then you will become super, super rich if you start at this price right now, today. Thank you so much, all of you. And if we have our host, I don't see Julius sir right now. If you are in the meeting, you can come and give your suggestions also.
Thank you so much, Coach Manish. We really appreciate for the work you have done. Ladies and gentlemen, could we give Coach Manish a thumbs up? Some thumbs up, okay? We could give Coach Manish some thumbs up, some love hearts, okay, for work well done. Thank you so much, sir. We really appreciate. And this meeting is already streaming live onto our YouTube channel. Please feel free to go to the YouTube channel and be able to watch this recording. I basically have nothing else to add, but sir, to thank you so much for what you have done for us, and I wish everybody an amazing, perfect day. Unless you have anything to add, but me, I have nothing personally to add. Unless you have, but me, I'm okay.
Thank you so much, Julius sir, for giving me this opportunity, especially to share my knowledge with all your team, all your community in crypto space. And thank you, all lovely leaders, all the serious people who take your time to learn this strategy, learn about Bitcoin. Every Wednesday you come and also attend all our trainings every day in Crypto Ambassadors team. Thank you all the leaders from India and around India from my team in Royal Q Academy, those who have attended. Special thanks to you. And thank you so much. I can now we can end the session unless
Sure.
you want to answer.
Before maybe you close the session, today is a Wednesday, and in the evening, we are going to be dealing with decentralized finance. So today, I'll be teaching you on how to look at coins on your coin market cap and how you can buy them. And basically, today in the evening, we are going to focus on the Ton blockchain, the cryptocurrency of Telegram, and we are going to look at a meme token or a meme coin called Redo, or the red dog. It is an amazing, it has already done close to 10,000%. So we're going to look at that token on how you can also buy it on the Ton blockchain, and how you could use decentralized applications. I'll keep it simple: MetaMask, Trust Wallet, Phantom, Tonekeeper. We are going to be looking at that tonight. See you, ladies and gentlemen, in the late evening today, when we shall diversify into decentralized finance. God bless you, and have an amazing day. Thank you so much. Sir, you can now come to the end of the call.
Okay, thank you so much. And thank you all leaders for your time. See you in the next session.